everybody, this is Diana from the Misfit Journal Maker, and I just hope everybody's having an awesome day today. And I hope you can hear me okay. It's over 100 degrees here in Southern California, so I've got my fans on, my AC on, and yeah, it's pretty hot. So hopefully you guys can hear me pretty good. I just want to invite you guys, if you're not a subscriber to my channel here on YouTube, I'd love to have you go ahead and hit subscribe. And if you like this video, give me a like. Also, I've got a Facebook group by the same name, the Misfit Journal Maker, and we're all about helping people on their journey with journals. And so if you're someone that's new and you need to learn all the things, come by. There's no question too small. There's no dumb questions. Everything that you ask is valid, and I'm here to help you. I'm disabled, so I'm online quite a bit. As soon as I see your question, I'll give it an answer. If I don't know, I'll try to find one. There's a lot of great resources out there, and I've been doing this for about 8 years, I think, and not consistently, but I've been doing it for a long time. So I've learned a lot, and I'm more than willing to pass that on. And also, I want to see other people's creativity and other people's ideas. So come and post your stuff. Show us what you're doing, what you're working on, and yeah, we're excited to see new things. So I have people in my groups, and I've also had others ask me to do some tutorials on a couple of different things. And one of them that I've been putting off forever is the dreaded hidden spine. I don't know about anyone else. I hate it. But there's certain cases where I do use it because I got stuff flying all over the place in here. I do use it because, for instance, with this, this is an old hemno cover that I'm using, and I didn't want to have this spoiled with the lines from the thread. So I decided that I was going to go ahead and make a hidden spine for it. I don't even know if I'm done with this cover yet. It feels like there's things need to happen. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where I just kind of let it flow. So here's where I'm at. But I do need to get my spine going so that I can put my signatures in and get my ephemera going. And even if I do if I find that there's something I want to add to this at the end, I still can. I'm not really sure. With the stained glass theme, it's a little different. So I'm not quite sure what would go with it. So I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Usually I get to this point, and at the end it kind of just goes together. People ask me what is the order that I do my journals, and mostly always I do my covers first. I don't know why. I think it's just because it kind of sets the tone for my whole journal. If I am working on the inside and I don't know what the outside's going to look like, for me it just doesn't work. So I got to this point yesterday. I put my signatures together. This one is going to be 2 signatures. They're pretty hefty, and they don't even have ephemera. There's no ephemera in here, so it's going to be a big one again. I also had people asking me, how do you get your excess paper off of here and make it smooth? The more you add, the further out the middle comes. So we need to get rid of all of this. So that's something else I'm going to do I need to do that first because we don't want to start on the spine until that's done. So I'm going to go ahead and do this part first. I just had somebody ask me last night, and so we'll go ahead and do this. So first of all, you want to make sure that you have everything in here. I usually take it, you don't want to do it too hard, and I kind of smack the middle down with the ruler just to make sure that we've got everything as close to the center as we can get. Also, I have some smaller ones in here that I want to check. See, like this is not in the right place. I'm picky about that. I want my stuff to be centered. I know a lot of people don't care. I unfortunately care about that, and it's not looking like it wants to go. I guess that's pretty good. I have a couple of different things. Okay, we've got a bag here. It's a little off too. And I don't know. Okay. Everything moves. It moves. Okay. So we have this one that moved again. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll take that. I got one more in here somewhere. This is way too far to the bottom. Okay. And then I also have a doily in here. Wherever it is. Okay. I should have a doily in here. Come on. Okay, where is it? There it is. Okay, that's fine. All right. So I want to check and make sure that I've got these in pretty good. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and take some clips. I have a shadow in here, so I'm not able to see. I want to make sure I don't mess this up. So then I take and I clip this whole thing. Alright. And I'm going to go in here one more time. Push my ruler in. I'm going to go ahead and clip the bottom. These clips are not easy to use with arthritis, I'll tell you that. I guess I maybe need some bigger ones. Alright, so then you want to check again. Make sure everything's where you want it. Alright, now, I use this ruler. It's Westcott. It's metal and it has cork on the bottom. And it works wonderfully because it helps the paper not to slide. So not everybody's going to have this ruler, but I'm just saying if you're going to invest in a ruler, I need a new one because I'm kind of losing. But I've had this one for years, and it is an awesome ruler. I know a lot of people use the Tim Holtz. I have this too, but I don't hardly ever use it. My go-to is this one, and I use it because when you do this, it does not slide. So what you're going to do is your first page here, you're going to line up the ruler, okay, with the first page. Okay, just like that. And you want to make sure that you've got, because there's a lot going on under there, so you want to make sure you have the right page and you have it right on the edge. Okay, so now I have it on the edge, and I'm gonna, another thing I use are these, okay, craft knives, utility knives, I'm not exactly sure. I got this brand because Pam at the Paper Outpost used them. She also uses this ruler, and never had a problem. I've gone, these come in a pack of, I don't know if it was 12 or whatever it was, and I was like, I'll never use these, and I'm almost ready to buy another pack because the blades, that's another thing I'm going to do because I don't want to have an issue. When you do this, you want to start out with a fresh blade, so I'm going to cut this blade off to get the next one because you want it to be nice and sharp. If you have a dull blade, you're going to have a big problem. So, and I'm terrified of these little things I cut off because I don't want anyone who throws the trash away to accidentally hit it. And also, I'm on blood thinners, and the last thing I want to do is get cut. So I get some packing tape, and I wrap it up. That way I don't have to worry. These things scare me to death. This is not something I like doing, but this packing tape is pretty thick, so I just trash that. I don't want anyone to get hurt. Okay, so then you want to push up your blade to the next one and lock it, okay? Now I got to get my place again. But it's really important to have a sharp blade. Very, very important. Okay, so I'm where I want to be, and you want to hold down very tightly. Now when you do this, you don't want to have, you're not trying to go through all the layers. You just want to go slow, okay, and stick right up against that ruler. And just keep doing it until you get to the bottom. Whoops, that one went awry. Believe me, I don't like this at all. This is my least favorite part to do. As you're coming off, just pull them off. Got some problem child here. I want to make sure. Go one more pass. This is kind of getting in my way. Okay. Okay, I think that's pretty good. It leaves a big mess. Okay, so as you can see, we're nice and flat. Now my thing too, I learned all this from Pam, and I bought these blocks because she does it, and it actually is a really nice finish. When you're done with this, go over this with the sandpaper block, and it makes this nice and smooth. So if you have any hangers on there, little pieces of paper, it just takes it right off, and it's nice and smooth, okay, and soft. And there you have it, okay? So we got one more to do. Actually, I'm going to leave these on. I have others that I can use. Okay. Let me get rid of all this trash. I don't know if there's people that would save this. I don't save it. I'm not going to mess with all those little slices of paper. But I got to get the mess out, so just a minute here. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to find my inserts that are smaller. Okay. And I'm going to move this one up. And bag's got to get moved. All right. Okay. This is my least favorite thing to do. I like the fun stuff. I'm not into the construction as much. I don't know, some people really like doing this part, but it's not my thing. Because things just keep moving. And now where's my... Okay. Now I know I have a doily. Where is it? Alright, I must have missed it. There it is. Okay, that's all right. Okay. Now hopefully everything stayed where I put it. Okay, so you want to do the same thing that you did before. I'm going to take my ruler, find the middle, and just kind of give it a, not too much, because see if it, it just stuck. So I better move my pages. Oh, God. Yep. Yep. It did. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm not gonna mess with that. Okay, so I didn't want this video to get long, but unfortunately I think it is. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and clip this one, or clip this end, and then I'm gonna put this in here. And then try to pull it out. Okay. Now we're going to clip this end. Gosh, if I can get it so thick. Okay. Make sure. Okay. Okay. All right. Hopefully we're good here. I feels like something's off, but I don't know what. I hope that. All right. Well, here goes nothing. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. Line it up on that first page. Okay. Hold it down really tightly. And then just slide your cutter across. And you want to be right up against your ruler. Okay. So, I think we're done with this one. Okay. Let's take our block again. And go over this. Okay, nice and smooth. Okay, now we're ready for the next step. Okay. That took a little longer than I wanted it to. All right. Oh, my desk is a mess. Glad you guys can't see it. Okay, so now, let's do the hidden spine. Now what you need to do for this is, what I have here is 2 pieces of a cereal box. And I put the shiny side inside and I glued them together. Okay, you can use chipboard. You can use the back of like a writing tablet. They have like this thicker cardboard. It doesn't have to be hugely thick. You're just trying to reinforce this. Now this hymnal had a pretty good spine, and I took crafter's tape and I just put it right here to add to that. And you want to make it so that it's the same size as this spine and that it closes nicely like that. Okay. Now the next thing you're going to do is decide where you want to put your holes. For me, a lot of people like theirs way up here. I don't like that, and then some people do it way down here. I kind of like it somewhere in the middle. So what I did is I decided I wanted an inch here and an inch here, and then from here to here was 7 inches. So this here is at 3.5, and then from there I measured so that I knew where I wanted my signature holes to be, and I lined them up. Okay, and I could go through that whole thing with you, but it's going to be different because everybody's spine is going to be different. For instance, and the amount of signatures you use. So you might use 1, you might use 2, 3. You know, this is a 2. So the next thing you're going to do, and you always want to put the top. Like for instance, okay, I need to decide right now on these. I think I'm going to have this for the first signature. So I'm going to just take a pencil and very lightly put a 1 on here because that's my first signature and this is my second. Just my pea brain doesn't forget. Because when I put them in, it matters. Okay, everything has to be at the top. If I measure this, okay, if I put the if I measure my holes in here, like with this upside down, and then do one with it with the top up, they're not going to line up. So when I put this to measure, I have to make sure that the top is the top. So I hope that makes sense. So I actually do need to take these off. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is open it to the middle. Okay. And let's fold it out just for a second. And I'm going to take my and this is going to be just an eyeball here. But hopefully it's a good one. And then I'm just going to take my pencil and I'm going to put a line where I want my holes to be. Okay. Alright, now from this point you've got to put your clips back on, but you're going to do it with it open. I hope you can see. Alright, so then I'm going to take my awl, and it's hard when it's got a lot of like stuff going on in there. Hopefully you get this in the right spot. Ow! Okay. Now where is the, okay, right here. Okay, you want to kind of go through a little bit far because you want to make sure that you can get your needle through there without a lot of trouble. Okay, so that's one done. Now I need to do the next one. Okay. Oh, this has a lot of dark spaces. I hope I'm going to be able to see this. Now see, I almost did it upside down, guys. You see what I'm saying? Gotta check. God, I hope I didn't do that on the other one. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, I think I did it right. Ugh, I do not like doing these spines. Okay, so the top. Okay. Now I'm nervous. Ah! Okay, shoot. All right. That's my problem. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. Now, I always start putting my last signature goes to the back. That's what I always do. So we're going to start with that. And before I continue, I need to poke the holes through this. I feel like I'm all out of sorts today. Okay, so use a book for this. It works a lot better. And then I'm going to go through and make them a little bit bigger. Okay, so for those of you who have not done this before, you need a needle, a nice size one. I'm going to go with this one. Actually, that one's got a thinner head on it. Okay. And also, you want to get some, this right here that I'm using is wax thread, but you can use, embroidery thread, you can use twine, anything you like. Now, you need to make it so that it's 3 times the length of your journal. Okay, I always make it, I'm making mine a little long because I think I'm going to add beads. I'm not really sure, but I'd rather have it too long than not long enough. Okay, so, and then you want to go ahead and thread it. Okay, now this will be the fun part. Okay, so you're going to start in the middle. So you're going to go through the hole, and hopefully all this is lined up. Actually, I shouldn't have taken these off. Just now I have to take more time to put them back on. Okay. So you're going to go through the middle first. Okay. I'm going to push a little bit on this one. Okay. So you come through the middle, and you want to leave your tail. Make sure you have a tail there in the center. Don't let that go. And then you're going to go through the middle of your cardboard or whatever you're using. All right. Then you're going to go through the bottom. Okay. And then you got to come through the bottom of your signature. And you hope that everything is straight and you can see your needle, and thank goodness I can. Okay. Alrighty. Then you're going to pull on that as tight as you can, not real tight, but tight enough. Then you're going to skip the middle and you're going to go to the top. And you're going to go through the signature, through the cardboard. Okay. And you're not going to want to get caught on anything over here. Let's see. Okay. So you might need to pull some through, which I do. To me, this is such a chore. I don't like doing these spine at all. Okay, so you want to pull that tight and then pull on the middle, because you want to go through here, but you don't want to go through the thread. So you're going to go through the cardboard first, then you're going to go through this signature. Try not to go through that other piece of thread there. And of course I can't feel the darn it. Let's see. This is why I hate these. Okay, got it. And hopefully I'm not going through the thread. Oh, and of course I am. Wait. Yep. God. Okay. Come on. Yeah, I know I get frustrated on this one. There we go. Oh, I got it. Okay. That's the hardest part of this whole thing, is just getting through that. Okay, now you can let your needle go, and you want to pull on the strings. You want one on one side of your middle and one on the other. Okay, like across. And pull that tight. Make sure you don't have any give like this over here. Okay, you want all this to be nice and snug. Okay, and then you're gonna just tie some knots. Okay, I do 3. One way, and then one at the opposite, and then one the regular way again. And hopefully, yeah, we're good. Okay, now I'm gonna leave mine hanging because I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. So at this point, you could take off your clips. I'm leaving mine on, okay? Now we need to do another batch of string. Okay, so I'm doing a little over 3 times. Thread it. Okay. And we're going to make sure we got it at the top. We're going to go through the middle again. Okay. So we find that middle. That went through easy enough, thank goodness. Okay. Now we're going to go through the middle of the cardboard like that. And then we're going to come through this cardboard at the bottom. Okay. And then we're going to go through the signature. That's why you want to make that hole big, because this one does not want to go through. The hole's not big enough for the needle, so I'm having to pull it really hard. Okay, got it. Okay. So you want to make sure you have enough thread. You want to skip the middle. And you're going to go to the edge, or to the top, I mean, I'm so sorry. Come out from the edge, or from the top. That looks really off. Really off. What did I do? Shoot. Something went awry. Wow. I really screwed up. Yep. What did I do? This is way off. Oh my god. Okay, what did I do? Oh, I see exactly what I did. I couldn't see where my... I'm gonna see if I can go through this hole, if it's gonna ruin it. I went through the wrong place. That's what the hard part about having like these really like intricate designs. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna make me... I am not redoing this signature. There's no way. It's just craziness. Ugh, okay. Well, we're just gonna see what happens. Okay, now I got it through the right spot. I think my days doing hidden spines are about over. Okay. So then we're going to go back through the middle. Don't want to go through the string. Oh, gosh, come on. What in the world? There we go. Okay, and then go through the center again. Hey, you guys, the struggle's real. This is real time. Okay, let's see. Okay, I got it. All right. So, I did go through the string, but I think I can save it. All I have to do is pull this off and pull it through. All right, we're good. Okay, so we need to get one on the other side of our cross here. And you want to make sure again that you've got it pulled tightly. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and give it This is a trial, guys. This was a trial. Now I'm going to check and see if that extra hole did a lot of damage to my pages or what's going on here. Nope, can't see it at all. I got lucky. Awesome. Okay, so now you've got your hidden spine all done. Okay, thank the good Lord. Okay, so now the next step is this one, which is pretty easy. I put all my stuff away here. I don't have room. We're almost done. Sorry that this has gotten a little bit long, but these, I guess some people don't have a problem with them, but I have never had an easy hidden spine. It's always been a chore. Now at this point, I don't know if I want to, I think, well, I think I'm just going to leave it because once it's full, you're not going to see this. And I don't really want to try putting anything on there. I just want to kind of let it be al natural. Okay, so I use, my glue of choice is the Art Glitter Glue. And that's what I always use for my spines. It's always worked perfectly. They always stay. I know a lot of people use Fabri-Tac or one of those. I don't use it because I'm sensitive to smells, and those are highly, highly smelly. And I don't want to have all that in my house. So, I actually think I'm going to use the big one because we're going to need quite a bit of glue. And also, I'm going to use a little brush. So, I'm going to make sure I don't have any little junk on here. And I'm just going to go down and get my glue. Okay, I think that's good. And then get my brush. Actually, I'm going to put some more. I don't trust these. I want to make sure that my journal's not going to fall apart. And the person who ends up with this, I don't want them to have a journal that's falling apart. So I'd rather have too much glue and it take me 24 hours for it to dry than to take a chance. Okay. So we're pretty good here. Okay, now let me find a place to set this brush. Okay. So also check to make sure that you've got the right, your right side up. everything's right set up, and you're gonna just go ahead and you're gonna lay it down. You want to make sure that you've got it the right space at the top and the bottom, and then you're going to just shove it like so. Okay, now I'm going to push down in the center. And I don't want to leave a mark, so let me see what I got here. I know I got something. Oh, here we go. I'm going to use this so I don't make a mark on the book. Okay. And I have a great big clip, and I'm going to clip that. Okay. Make sure it's all down. Actually, wait a minute. Before I do that, I'm going to press on the center. Okay. Okay. If you don't have a big enough clip for your book, you can always put some other heavy thing on top of it. So now I'm going to leave it like that, and it's going to sit there. I'm going to leave it till tomorrow. I don't want to mess with it. And there you go. That's the hidden spine. And now your spine is inside, and you have nothing here. You have no strings. So that's it, guys. That is how you do hidden spine, and also how you get your pages to be nice and straight. Everything I bought for this project can all be purchased on eBay. eBay. Oh my God. Amazon. I bought these on Amazon. They're, I think you get 6 different types of sandpaper. And also the craft knives are from Amazon. Okay, the ruler is from Amazon. What else did we use? The little kit with the awl, and mine is probably about 8 years old. Okay, this is the box it came in. Okay, this is not everything it came with. I'll show you what it came with. It comes with the awl. It comes with these 3 waxed threads. It comes with the thing of needles, and it came with this little pair of like scissory things. I've never used them. I think that's it. These clips, you can get them anywhere. You can get these on Amazon as well. They have all different types and sizes. So yeah, everything that I've used here, including the glue. I'll tell you guys, there's somebody going around on the groups, and I'm just saying this because I want people to get a good deal. They're saying that you can get an 8 ounce, and I think it's a 2 or 4 ounce bottle of this for like $23 to $25. Okay, and it comes with like the little top, the little metal top or whatever. It's really a ripoff because this is 16 ounces, and I got it for $19.99, which is a horrendous price for glue. But if you're making journals that you're selling to somebody, you want to use a product that you know is not going to come apart. And this works beautifully. But so far, the best deal I ever got was this is around $20 for the 16 ounce. If you buy the smaller ones, you're really, if you got the money to do it, that's great. But I turn around and I put them in the little tiny bottles. I bought these bottles also on Amazon. And they work a lot better because they're smaller, easier to handle. They have a little thing that covers it so they don't dry out. And that's what I use. And it lasts forever. And it's a great deal. So, you guys can pay that huge amount for getting that little bottle with the extra little tip. But it's not a good deal, So, anyway, but I just thought I would show you, the new people, like these little kits you can get on Amazon with all of your little binding tools is wonderful. I think originally I paid about $7.99 for this kit. Like I said, that was years ago, but I think I saw it not that long ago and it was right around the same price, maybe $1 more. Something in here doesn't want to go in, and so yeah, it's served me well. And I mean, I still have tons of the wax thread left over, so you know, it's a good thing to get it. And you know, these work awesome. I have never had one I liked better. I had an X-Acto knife. I don't like those. They're just harder to handle, I think, and they scare me more. So anyway, all right, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. And I just wanted to put out there, you know, where you can get this stuff. A lot of people always ask, so I figured it's better to just go ahead and tell you, you know, as I'm doing it. So anyway, I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions about anything I did, my email is in the channel description. You can leave me a message here. You can come by my group on Facebook. You can private message me, is fine. I have no issue with that on Facebook. But yeah, if you need any help at all, just, you know, let me know. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next time.